In this presentation, I'm going to show you what is your scope of work, what exactly you do in the organization as an Oracle DBA. Okay. So before starting this presentation, I need a quick introduction like how many years of experience do you have in IT? So do you have any working experience in IT?
Yes, I have around 5 year of experience in production support environment.
Oracle database structure, that is Oracle architecture initially. Once you create Oracle database, so database contains two things, your physical file structure and the logical structure. So physical file structure, the Oracle named it some parameter file, video log file, data file, and password file. So Kaushik, do you have access to this physical file? So in the production environment, anytime, did you access this physical file?
Yeah, using a dynamic view, I think we can access the physical files like that VDollar control file.
Yes,
I
yes.
think.
So do you know the concept of this physical file? What does this physical file do? The functional purpose?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so parameter file contains some parameter values to start and operate the database. Control file contains the names and locations of redo log data files. Redo log are online transactions, data files to committed transactions. Password file is for remote authentication. Okay. So here in this training, before going to understanding this physical file structure, we'll prepare the setup here for our training purpose. So in that one, I'll show you how to install the Linux operating system. Then on the Linux operating system, how to install Oracle binary and how to create a database server. To create database server, we are going to use different scenarios, DBA method, manual database creation, and ASM configuration, automatic storage management. So ASM is like multiple instance, like rack environment. So here we are going to do in the single instance only. So once you create database, so database will create the physical file structure. Then all this physical file structure we have a separate session. You need to understand what does parameter files and all the other physical files do, the functional purpose of this physical files, and you need to perform the backup of this physical file. To perform the backup and restoration, we have different utility tools. Physical backup, logical backups will be there. Import, export data from technology tools. RMAN, remotely you can perform the backup. OEM, you can automatically schedule the backup. Cloning, one time you can clone the backup on other machine, copy and paste. Okay. Then you have a hot backup if the database is up and running, how to perform backup. Cold backup if the database is down, how to perform backup. And data guard solution for disaster recovery solution. So this disaster recovery solution means the same database will be available on multiple locations and the replication will be there on multiple locations. Let's say example, located in one location, XYZ. It is the X location. In this location, the database crashed due to there is a physical machine is crashed due to fire or the building collapse, something. maybe you'll have the backup and restoration will take a little bit longer time to restore it. So in that scenario, Oracle suggests to configure the same database on other location. We can configure as many as. So whatever the users will do here, transactions, all the users will connect it to the X location database. Whatever the transactions they do here, the same information will replicate here. So mostly banking sector they used to maintain 7 locations, 8, depends on their budget cost planning of the data center. For the disaster recovery solution, they will maintain same databases on multiple locations. So data guard is nothing but entire backup, entire atomic backup of database, complete database backup on other locations. Okay. So these are different utility tools which you need to understand it to secure the backup. So as a DBA, your key responsibility is database server must be up and running. If it is crashed, you should have the backup to restore it, or some other solution like data guard solution, automatic backup should be there. Any question, Kaushik?
Oh, fine, it's fine. And
All right. Apart from this one, you need to apply the patches. Oracle will release patches. It's like updates to fix the bugs to get new features. Patch it. Okay, so patch will be there. So you need to understand the procedure how to apply the patches. Upgradation. If you are having a low version, how to upgrade to the higher version. So what are the standard procedure you need to follow before and after? That is called the upgradation process. Then on the database server, initially you need to create users and assigning privileges for the developers so they can establish connection to the database to perform the task. Separation of users, assigning privileges, roles, okay, granting permission, etc. All the security is a part of DBA. You have to maintain it. Then how this database server is going to integrate with the application server, or other user is going to connect to this database, the developer. So we need to maintain one Oracle network services. Something listener and TNS we need to configure it. So you should know how to configure listener TNS service, where its physical files, how to stop and start services. If this service goes down, it will not listen the request from the client. It will establish client and server communication. Okay. Then tuning to make the performance, clearing the cache, the internal values, you need to understand it, tuning the database. So here as an overall DBA, okay, you need to understand how to install, prepare the operating system. If the system admin is there, that person will take care. But system admin is not there, at least the basic how to install the Linux OS. Understanding his file system and installing the Oracle binaries and creating database as per the requirement. Configuring like multiplexing of control files, multiplexing video log groups, members. There's some archive mode, automatic backup solutions, creating table spaces, creating users. Okay. P file or FP file, the different parameter files, you need to understand it. Then the backup solutions. So every day, as per the organization, what devices they have to take the backup. So as per the requirement, perform the backups and creation of users, maintaining the network services, applying patches, performing upgradations. Okay. If the data guard is there, monitoring the transactions. So these are the tasks you are going to perform in the organization. So Kaushik, do you have any question here?
no, we can process. Thank you.
So can you tell me what are the tasks you need to manage in the organization as a Oracle DBA?
Patch.
All right. So what is a patch?
Are you asking about patching?
No, I'm asking what roles you need to perform in the organization. What are the things you need to do it?
That was just generally to fetch the reports and like
No, no, no.
some.
As a DBA, not your responsibility.
Okay, as a DBA,
Yes.
I think taking logical and physical backups using data pump and RMAN,
All right. What are the
maintaining the
utility tools are there?
yeah, maintaining the maintaining the replicated server in case
Yes.
of disaster.
If the organization is having data guard solution disaster, we need to maintain that replication server.
Yes, yes.
Applying patches, performing upgradation, creating users, maintaining Oracle Network Services, listener and TNA, and the proper database designing like creation of table spaces, data files, configuring archive logs, automatic backups of every transaction to the database recovery server. Okay.
Okay.
If these physical files are lost, we can create all the physical files. But what will happen? Redo log on data files, it will contain your transaction. Empty files will be created. So you are going to lose the transaction. So at any cost, you should have the backup of transaction which is written in the redo log data file. Parameter controls password file. If it is deleted, these are supporting files. No transaction will be there. We can recreate it manually if you don't have the backup. But redo log data files are lost. You can recreate. Empty files will be created. So we should have the backup. Whatever the transactions are written on that physical file, we should have the backup. So that is mandatory. Okay. Any question here? Yes, Kaushik. Do you have any question?
No, no, please.
So these are the tasks you are going to manage. Okay. So this all these things like we are going to use one small simulation VMware workstation. On that one, we'll install the Linux operating system. All the software I'm going to share with you, whatever I'm going to use in the training session. So this is the Linux operating system is booting. Alright, so log into the operating system. So access the database. So already home is defined here. Oracle software is installed and database is what? So here you need to understand the startup process also. There are different stages will be there. No mount, open stage. What is the no mount? What is the mount and the open stage? And here you can see the location. This is my data file location. By default, this data files will be created. Then how to create for your business transaction application the table spaces. How it will update to the control file. Okay. So these things you need to understand it. And these are the control file location. So this is my video log file location. Alright. So physical files, it looks like this. Let me show you directly physical files. I'm having three databases here, so we'll use dot control files, redo log files, .dba files. No physical file, you cannot open it. So okay. So these are the tasks you are going to manage. And here, like everything, I'm going to show you the practical stuff. So I'm going to share with you whatever the software I'm going to use, VMware, operating system, binary. The same setup I'll perform on your system. The first two sessions will be the setup will be there. Afterwards, we'll start the DBA. Okay.
Okay. So all the physical files will be restored in the same place, or it will be in different places?
No, you can keep in any location.
You
But
can
Oracle, yeah, any location, different locations you can keep it. By default, it will be in same location, but
Oh,
you can keep in any location. Why to keep in same location? At the time of taking backup, it will be easy for you. If you are maintaining 10 database servers and every database is having different locations, so it's difficult to take the backup. So
okay.
Oracle strongly recommended keep the files in the same location. You can keep in different location also, it doesn't matter. So Kiran, do you have any question? Yeah, your mic is not working, but you can type it in the chat. So installation of database. So what installation? So what is the question there? Yeah, I'll show you everything that you can do same setup on your machine. Okay, from the scratch, how to install VMware, how to install the Linux operating system, how to install binaries and database creation, everything I'm going to show you. The same thing you can perform on your machine. If you cannot, I'll access your system remotely, I'll do it. But as a DB, you have to know how to do it. It's simple process only. But the thing is, it is on the Linux environment. If you are familiarized with the Linux command, that's fine. Or it will take little bit time to practice it. Okay. So, Kaushik, I hope so you are familiarized with the Linux.
Yes, yes, little knowledge on that.
What about the Kiran? Do you know the Linux operating system?
Yes, yes, I have already worked on that using putty rule.
Yeah. Putty is a remotely access. What about
Yes,
Kiran? Do you
yes.
have? Yeah. Kiran, do you have the knowledge on Linux? No, but is remotely access only. That is the basic commands, ls, fetch commands, vi, make directory, cp commands. At least if you're having the basic knowledge, that's fine. Or else I'll cover a one session on the basic Linux commands which you require as a DBA for installation purpose and maintaining the task in the Linux operating system. Okay. All right. So these are the things we are going to do it, and my support team will forward you the course contents to you, so you can go through the content, and further they will talk with you the next process. All right.